water along the base here. Now what this is a wet weather conveyance. There used to be a creek here, and what they did was they channeled this out, and that's all loose soil, and they put an impermeable fabric on the bottom, and then packed clay, and then put rocks, and said, this is where the water will go. They call it a wet weather conveyance. Who doesn't see any water at all in that creek? That's an OSM creek. Does anybody see a drop of water there? But wait! There's all this water, 100, 200 gallons of water beneath it. Where is this water going? What it's doing is when it comes off that natural unspread part, it's going straight down the bank in the back, and it's coming out the bottom. As you all drive down through here, what you're going to notice in some of the sites that are like a year or two old is there'll be like a gap, a foot or two gap along the top. What's happened is the entire embankment has slid 2 or 3 feet. Every year it slides more and more. The water is undercutting it more and more. The failure rate after 5 years of these wet weather conveyances is 100%. And you know, don't believe me. Call me a damn liar. Question me. Then as we go down this embankment, I challenge you all to look at every single one of them. See if you see a drop of water coming down. We've come down here in thunderstorms. No water. But there's tons of water at the base. That's because all the water is coming out of the bottom. So that'll give you an idea as to the success of their engineering. They have a 100% failure rate on these things, yet in all the new mining you just saw, they're doing the exact same thing. What is it called when you do the same thing again and again and expect a different result? Insanity. It's insanity. The other thing is, these embankments that you're seeing here, and also when they put the rubble on top of the mountain and they call it approximate contour, I've been in the car with the Office of Surface Mining people, and they have told me point blank, well, you know, there haven't been any slope stability studies on that stuff. For all we know, it could act like a giant sponge and blow out. It has acted like a giant sponge, and I've told them this. It has blown out. You go to the New River watershed, massive, entire mountainsides of this stuff have blown down all the way down to the bottom. Also, all these retention ponds, which are supposed to settle out all the heavy metals, are supposed to be there for all eternity. So the mine companies who did this have got their bond back. In the 70s, many of them declared bankruptcy. They're gone. They walked away with millionaires. This is a continuing ecological landslide disaster that's going to happen. It's done right now. It's always going to be here. This grass all dies. You see those trees they plant? They're all dead. You can tell in the summer. And the pines, and they'll survive for maybe 5 years max if they're a hardwood, but they all die. And they have to keep refertilizing this stuff, which creates fertilizer runoff as well into the water, or the grass starts to die as well. It's because this is not topsoil, it's just mine rubble. It's just haphazardly piled up. It's like if you took an Oreo cookie, broke the top of it off, and then tried to put it back on, it just crumbles off. You can't do this. This is the result of 1 billion years of geology destroyed in about 3 or 4 years. They tell us it'll be good for another 1 million years, but they have a 100% failure rate on how they're managing the water runoff on these sites. So, that's it.